take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. He'll find Eskridge here complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Catch is made by Metcalf. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway, and all the way down Seattle. For DK Metcalf, we know all about that sprinter speed that he has. It was definitely on display there as he's able to pick up good yardage after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Love. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now.
And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Love. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
The Love's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, Cook. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 22 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense? on the spot on almost every snap. If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Tuck 50, tuck 50. Keep it up, guys.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 67 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Nifty move. Cook able to escape. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. These two teams all tied after 1. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he will have the Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. On 1st down, Logan. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down at 5. Now a give, right side. It's Logan. That 2nd down play, that's a -4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. play fake. Here's Love. Steps away. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Curtis Samuel there to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. McCann's got it teed up. This is DJ Reed returning. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Double count right here. Double count. Check 55.
Now Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. They find some open field here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch the short passes, he can run under a long pass, or he can do what we saw right there, catch one and then make a big gain after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal pot. Watching this type of a game, but let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Logan. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Vikings on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 76 yards. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
McCann's got it teed up. Here's Reed returning. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. To throw is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Montez Sweat able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. On second down, it's Cook again. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Play action this time with Love. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Love. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He was trying to do anything. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Cook. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
On play action, Love to throw. Rolling to his right. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because so everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Tucker
is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, defense.
Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Takes it at the 7th. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot,
this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 77 yards. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. McCann now for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Next to score, Vikings 28, Seahawks 21.
McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Seahawks 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Handoff comes to Cook. A strong running. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On the carry, it's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any... Totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
What's tight? Tight is right. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, 50. 50's a mic, 50's a mic.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top ball, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Check tight,
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now. Being chased out left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That catch good for only a couple.
That's it, baby.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Love over the middle, complete to Samuel. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Off the play fake, Love. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a first down. On first down, Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 35 on second down, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's second and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. Catch is made by Metcalf. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Wilson. Flushed out right. This complete to Lockett. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. 14. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Now Wilson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Seahawks 28.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Reed. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Montez Sweat in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out right at the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
14.
Here's Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. And this will go to Carson out wide. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Throwing now is Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
One last shot for Wilson. And it's caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.